is time to practice what you just learned in lesson 2 notes. So you should have completed those first. If not, go do that now and then come back. You can be doing these on your whiteboards, in your spiral, or on some scrap paper, just so long as you do them. The first thing I want you to do, we're going to try this with a couple, because again, you have to be able to recognize and create a model to show this multiplication. So I want you to solve this using the model from the notes. All right, 1/3 of 4, or 1/3 times 4. Draw me a picture of what that looks like. I'm only going to make you do 2 with the picture. So pause, press play when you're ready. Okay, so if you want to take 1/3 of 4, the first thing you need is 4. So I'm going to draw 4 whole shapes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I want to take 1/3 of 4, that means each whole should be broken up into 3 pieces, because that's what the denominator means. And I want 1/3 of each whole. So the answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces shaded out of 3. Not 3, 6, 9, 12. Each whole is divided up into 3. That's what your denominator is. So we start off with 4/3, and you should have written this final answer as 1 1/3, because we can write that as a mixed number. Okay, and it does make sense, because I could take one of these pieces and pop it there, and this piece and pop it there, and I would have 1 1/3. Just to make sure. So this piece here, I could put right there. This piece here, I can put right there, and then I see I have 1 1/3 of another. Okay, erase another visual model. Draw me the answer to 3/4 of 2. Press play when you're ready. Okay, I'm going to start off by drawing 2 whole shapes. So this is 2. And I want 3/4 of 2. So that means each of these, I'm going to cut mine up like this time, should be cut up into 4 pieces, because that's what my denominator said. And I want 3/4 of the 2. So I'm going to take 3/4 of each of these. So now my answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 pieces shaded. Each whole is cut up into 4. So we'd start off and say 6/4, but we know we can write that as as a mixed number. And 4 goes into 6 once, and there's 2 left over out of 4. And hopefully you saw that and you're like, oh, wait, not 2/4, 1 1/2. That should be your final answer. And if you think about it, this little piece right here, I could pop in there, and wouldn't I have 1 whole? And then if you have this is half of that. So 1 1/2. It just makes sense. All right, standard algorithm time. We can do our little rule where you put a 1 under it. So the next set of problems here, I think I give you 7 more. You have 9 total today. You can use your standard algorithm, which means multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and simplify. So I have 2/5 times 4. Please solve that one for me and press play when you're ready. Okay, welcome back. So with this, we're supposed to multiply our numerators and multiply our denominators. Remember, when you don't see a denominator, it's really a 1, because 4 out of 1 means you have 4, right? 4 divided by 1 is 4. So 2 times 4 is 8, and 5 times 1 is 5. Don't leave it like that, though. Change this to a mixed number. I can fit one group of 5/5 into 8/5 with 3 left over out of 5, so 1 3/5 should be your final answer. All right, erase. Here's your next one. 5/6 of 7, or 5/6 times 7. Solve it. Press play when you're ready. All right, I'm going to put a 1 underneath that. I multiply my numerator. 7 times 5 is 35. I multiply my denominator. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 5 gets me closest to 35. 6 times 5 is 30. That means that there's 5 left to get from 30 to 35 out of 6. 5 5/6 is my answer. All right, number 5, 11 times 1/3. This time I wrote the whole number first. It's okay, you can do it. Press play when you're ready. Okay, put a 1 underneath the 11 over here so I can multiply my numerators. 11 times 1 is 11. Multiply my denominators. 1 times 3 is 3. And now that's improper, so I want to fix it up. So 3 times 3 gets me closest to 11. 3 times 3 is 9, and then 10, 11. It's 2 more to get to that out of 3. 3 2/3. Erase We have a couple more left, 4 more. 5 times 3/5, go ahead and solve that out. I'm gonna put a 1 underneath that. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 5 is 5. And this time it simplifies just to a whole number. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So I can fit 5/5, 5/5, 5/5, and that would make 3 whole. Okay, next one, 1/4 of 12. Press play when you're ready. I'm gonna put that 12 over 1. 1 times 12 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. And 12/4, that's equal to 3 whole. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Because remember, these are just little division problems. That's what fractions are. 2 more, you're almost there. Next one, 5/8 times 4. 5/8 of 4. Put a 1 under that 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 8 times 1 is 8. All right, I know that 8 times 2 gets me closest to 20. 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 plus 4 is 20. So I'd have 2 and 4/8, but 4/8 is never okay, right? I know that 4 is half of 8. That makes that equal to 2 and 1/2. Last one, erase that. Here it is. Press play when you're done. I'm gonna put a 1 underneath that. 12 times 2 is 24. 1 times 3 is 3. And 24/3 means that I have 8 whole. I could do 3/3 plus 3/3 plus 3/3, 8 times. And you're set. Thanks for watching.